Is this a filter? I feel like a filter. My skin looking so pure. Yo, I ain't even saying that like on no bragging thing. Like I'm saying, I don't know. My skin just seems to look different today. Like it's looking. I don't know. But anyway, what's up, peoples? What's the word? I don't know why I be acting like I'm waiting for people to get on here or something live. Like, just letting a couple people get in the room. I don't know. It's crazy. I'm just enjoying this day, man. Y'all gotta see this. The sky. The trees. I see we got lots of bird feeders. Bird feeders and wind chimes. Love to hear the wind, hear nature, man. Just love being outside, being one with nature. Man, love this. Sometimes I just sit out here and just think, man. I just watch. I watch the leaves. I watch the branches. And I just admire them. It's like the trees don't get to like go inside when they get cold and, you know what I mean, turn the heat on to warm up. They don't get to come inside when it's blazing hot outside and turn the AC on and drink Kool-Aid. They just have to deal with it. They don't get to put an umbrella up when it rains. They don't get to cover their ears when it's thundering. They don't get to go inside and find shelter when it's windy. Or, you know, tornado, hurricane. They can't go to higher ground if there's a flood. They just pretty much have to take whatever comes. But they never complain. We complain about everything. Hey, and I'm gonna be real intentional about this. Hold on one second, because I always have this on, but sometimes it don't. I don't know, it don't be right on my wrist. But I always want this to be here when I hold my wrist up. My bro gave me this, you know what I'm saying? And man, this is one of the best reminders I think you can have. Like, it's just all I have to do when I'm feeling like anything is too much or a problem. I look at my wrist and it's like reflect, heal, elevate. What more can I say? Well, yeah, I was watching one of my older videos Really the one from last night. And I noticed I had my hand up and I couldn't see it, and I'm like, I know I had it on. It just be sliding down my wrist, but I think I always want that to be present. If my wrist is up, if I'm touching my face, I want you to see that, because I want you to utilize that. Bro don't know how many lives he impacting with that. And that's just bro name. That's just his name. He didn't even do nothing out the way for that. Like, he just walking in his name. That's purpose, bro. But that was my bro for real, like, on so many levels. You don't even know it. But yeah, I just sit out here sometimes and just reflect, heal, and elevate. Because sometimes I get to moving so fast because I do have a lot going on. I'm moving so fast. I'm always doing something. Sometimes you just gotta take some time to reflect. You definitely gotta take some time to heal. And you gotta take some time. Well, after you reflect and you heal, that's when you elevate. Some of y'all ain't elevating because you ain't reflecting. Some of y'all ain't elevating because you're not grateful. You're not thankful for little things. Yes, you're dissatisfied because you've been chasing something. You've been wanting something. And in most cases, I speak from a music perspective because music is something that I've done for so long. But you invest so many years into your belief in music that you're going to be successful in music or successful in sports. And then when you realize you put a whole bunch of years and haven't reached that level that you thought you were going to reach or that you thought you should reach, then you feel like you're angry, you're hurt. And it causes you to put off these feelings and emotions that really may not even be true. It may not even be who you want to be, but it's something you put on because you're really hurt and angry because you haven't reached the level of success that you want to reach. So, in order for you to elevate, you have to reflect. You have to think about things you've done. You have to think about choices you've made. You have to be honest with yourself and realize that some of your actions have not been best for you or others. Some things you have said have been hurtful to yourself and others. Some thoughts you thought have been detrimental to yourself and others. And as a result, you're living a false life because you're angry and you're bitter and you're jealous of other people and what they're doing. But instead of being jealous, instead of hating, instead of talking about, down-talking, backstabbing, being fake, instead of doing all that, if you see other people being successful, or if you see other people's lives turning around, find out how they did it. Find out what they did. What were the steps they took for them to get free, for them to feel better, for them to get over what they were dealing with. But for me, it's definitely been this, reflecting. And then after reflecting, then you go through a period of healing. And healing and reflecting can last different amounts of time depending on situations. Every situation is different. Every person is different. So don't expect it to look the same way, But once you reflect, y'all hear that wind? I don't know if y'all can hear it or not, but it's like leaves falling off the roof. I love that. But anyway, so don't be discouraged or, unsure about how long you should be healing or how long you should be reflecting. It's more about the fact that you do them, not a length of time associated with them. So, like, reflect, heal, and then and only then can you truly elevate and reach those goals and reach that potential and reach those levels of success that you have been striving for. But you got to get out the way first. You got to reflect on what you've done and what things have really kept you from reaching where you want to be. I know you can say so-and-so did this to me or so-and-so did that to me, but at the end of the day, you got to deal with yourself. We are our own worst enemy sometimes. And not just always like in, speaking negatively of ourselves, but sometimes we believe negatively. Sometimes we think negative thoughts and we have self-doubt, or we're not sure if we're the ones that can do it. And this is something that I have really, 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 really been understanding. This is the last thing too. I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna go. But I grew up in the church, right? So of course I always, respected Jesus and was taught the story of Jesus and the disciples and what I'm saying, like that whole thing. My dog is right here and she's wanting attention. So if you see me looking away, it's her. But so I grew up in the church and respecting Jesus and knowing the story of Jesus. And it's like you hear about the disciples and the ones that were chosen, and one that always stood out to me was Peter. You know what I'm saying? Because, man, Peter was, I don't know, man. Peter was somebody I know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know Peter well. And I still know him. But it was about the fact that Jesus didn't go out and pick, like, give me the 12 best behaved, most respected cats, to be the disciples, He chose some real dudes that had some real problems and some real issues. So I said all that to say, I'm not saying I'm Jesus or like I'm not saying you anything like that, or I'm just saying that sometimes we doubt ourselves and feel like because of the lives that we've lived or the things we've done, the trouble we've caused, the problems and the dramas we've been involved in, we feel that we can't be the ones to raise up. We can't be the ones to elevate, and it couldn't be me. He couldn't use nobody like me and all the things I've done. But man, the reality is we the very people that he would use, because it's like, and I didn't even mean to make this no thing like that. It ain't even saying what you probably think I'm even saying. Like, You know what I'm saying? It's like not a religious thing at all. I'm just saying the story that I grew up under and the teaching that I thought it meant at one time, but now it's like I understand it a totally different way. Now that I've grown to, make my own choices as far as what I believe. But my point was that, stop doubting yourself, you know what I'm saying? Because of the life you lived or who you used to be. Like, all of that is important into you becoming who you are born to be. The greatness that you speak of, the greatness that you want to achieve, that success that you want to have in your life, in your family's life, the reality, it starts with you. But you gotta be willing to reflect and deal with those ugly things in the mirror about yourself. Deal with them. Don't cover them up. Don't hide them no more. Don't run from them no more. Just face them. They ugly. They gonna hurt. Or reflect on those things and then heal from those things. And once you heal and you really let those things go, then you can elevate. You know what I mean? And then you become more grateful for the little things. You find yourself not complaining as much. You find yourself appreciating things. And then you start seeing the value in things besides money. And then you realize that you've really been wealthy all along. That's a whole nother thing. We're going to keep working on this. We got to free some minds out here. We're seeing it all wrong, so that's why we still trapped. And we chasing something. We chasing something, man. You ain't got to chase nothing. You ain't got to chase nothing. Don't chase it. Work on you. Grow. And these things shall be added unto you. You ain't got to go chase nothing. Peace, y'all. I love y'all.